guys, we do have a new segment that we're going to be jumping into. It's called Monster Decisions. It's basically going to be who should you play, who should you not play.
Yep.
So we're going to start with our quarterbacks. We got a couple guys we want to talk about.
Yeah, most quarterbacks, like, you don't have a problem who you know you're going to start. So a lot of these at every position are going to be guys who you're actually making decisions about.
Right. Yeah, like we're not going to sit here and start talking about Josh Allen or Kyler Murray or Patrick Mahomes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like why waste time when you know you're going to play them?
Yep.
So first up on our list, we're going to chat Jalen Hurts against the Bucs.
Yeah. Do you play Jalen Hurts against the Bucs? He's coming off a game where if he didn't get in those 2 rushing touchdowns, it would have been a very ugly game.
It would have been a very bad game.
So far in the season, he's been very good, but he's playing Tampa Bay. It's at home in Philly. I think you still roll him out there. What about you?
I mean, Tampa Bay's, like, their secondary is definitely depleted right now with injuries. You know, so it does make
but so is Philly's wide receiver core. I mean, not with injuries, they're just
not good.
Not very good besides Devonta Smith, who is emerging.
Yeah, he is emerging, and I love seeing him thrive.
Kenneth Gainwell, he's making a lot of big plays for him. I think the rushing gives you enough of a baseline. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns on the season so far. I think you could still play him, but temper expectations.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, on the season, I think he's like a top 5 quarterback. So
I think he's 6th.
Yeah, top 10 then. And
I take it back. He's 5th.
5th. Okay, great. So he's top 5. And honestly, like the Bucs defense is, even though they returned everybody like they did last year or from last season, it's not as like you can still put points up on this defense. I shy away from it, but if he's the guy that you drafted to be your number 1, I would still play him. I'm not going to shy away that much. Like I'm not going to go pick up a guy, you know, to replace him if I don't have anybody else. But if you have a decent starter behind him, I mean, it depends. And we'll talk about some other guys that I might on this list that I might play over him this week.
Yeah, next guy on the list. Taylor Heinecke. Do you play Taylor Heinecke? He is against Kansas City, who we've talked about have some defensive struggles right now. He's so far the 17th quarterback on the season, but is kind of starting to come alive lately. New Orleans against New Orleans wasn't a good game, but before that, he was scoring over 25 points in those 3 games. I think you can stream Taylor Heinecke this week against Kansas City.
So there's definitely been games where I've looked at Taylor Heinecke and I was just like, man, dude.
He can make some plays.
This guy can make some plays.
I also like watching, like, his running ability is sneaky.
Yes. And then there's games where I'm just like, man, does he remember how to play football?
Yeah. Outside of week 1 and then the New Orleans game, I mean, against the Giants, Buffalo, and Atlanta, he played very well.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
7 passing touchdowns in those 3 games, 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he just did not look good against New Orleans, in my opinion, at all. But I think it's sneaky because the Chiefs' defense has been garbage.
Yes. And you know the Chiefs' offense should still put up points.
Yes. And so I do think that they're going to have to throw the ball. I think Tyler Heinecke, why did I say Tyler? I always call him Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Heinecke, I think is going to have to be good to win this game. And I think he can be good against this defense. So I would definitely play him. And this is what I was going to mention. I'm actually a little bit more comfortable, though, playing Taylor against Kansas City than I am Jalen Hurts against the Bucs.
Yeah, I was going to ask you these afterwards. But I don't hate it, and we'll talk about Taylor Heinecke later in our DFS picks.
Yeah. All right, next on the list, we got Sam Darnold against Minnesota.
Yeah, Sam Darnold kind of fell back to earth last week against Philly.
Yeah.
That was just...
right as I put him as my monster guy quarterback.
Yeah, it was an ugly game. Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold both did not play good in that game. Both were turning the ball over a lot. Sam Darnold had 3 interceptions. Jalen Hurts had an interception and a fumble, but I don't believe he lost that fumble. Darnold's playing Minnesota. If CMC's back, you can play Sam Darnold. I'm basing all this off of 12-team leagues. 10-team leagues, you might not need to dig down here, but 12-team leagues, I think Sam Darnold is good enough to play with Christian McCaffrey back in this lineup.
Yeah, I 100%. If Christian McCaffrey is in this lineup, then I'm way more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Not that Chuba Hubbard was any slouch. I think he's an excellent running back, but he's not Sam C.
No.
So,
well, those rushing yards don't. I mean, we want
right,
passing work to CMC.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like he doesn't get the passing work that CMC does.
Yep.
So if he's in the lineup, then definitely. If for some reason he's not, I still don't mind it as much against Minnesota though.
It's not bad.
I don't like it as much, obviously, and I would probably still play. If with CMC out, I might go both of the ones ahead of him.
Yeah, over. I would agree.
Yep. And then last we got on this list, we got Kirk Cousins.
Yep, same game. Kirk Cousins at Carolina.
Gonna be a tough matchup with that defense.
Yeah, Carolina's defense has played well, and Kirk Cousins past 2 weeks against Cleveland. Cleveland has a good defense. We can cut him a little break there, but against Detroit
Carolina,
last week.
by the way.
What?
You said Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm talking about week 4.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Now I'm on. Okay.
Similar good defense.
Got it.
He did not perform well in that game, and last week against Detroit just didn't really do anything.
Which is not a good defense.
Threw for 1 touchdown, had 275 yards, good completion percentage, threw for an interception. Do you play him in Carolina?
I don't. I have normally Kirk Cousins is like the guy that I always stream when I need to go grab like somebody. He's like the ultimate guy, right? Mm-hmm. I am not playing him this week at all.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I'd rather play Sam Darnold than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I would play all 3 over him. If we were going to rank them, like if that's what we wanted to do here this week, I like Tyler, son of a gun. I like Taylor Heinecke the best in this out of these 4. Then I'll take Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, and then Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
and I love that. Yeah, we both have to. Yeah.
We both like Taylor Heinecke this year. Now, again, guys, just for all of you, just in case you want to know, we did not discuss this beforehand. We never do that. Mm-hmm. We like to argue, as you guys have always alluded to on our comments. Might do it too much, but we never pre-planned this. So, thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.